The British and Canadian forces operating on D-Day, possibly with the experience of Dieppe still in mind, took full advantage of Hobart and his funnies, as the vehicles were affectionately known. The American General Bradley, however, is alleged to have declined all offers of assistance, and this was to have disastrous consequences for the American forces fighting on Omaha Beach.
The old argument that we didn't invent it, therefore it can't be any good, is the one that's put forward. I think if we look at it, the 79th Armoured Division simply wasn't big enough to serve three armies. It was already serving the British and Canadian armies. I think if we'd have extended it ourselves to support the Americans, except in very special cases, we would have been spread too thin. As to why the Americans didn't adopt specialised armour themselves, the Churchill would have been an anachronism to them anyway. It was so different from anything they produced that they would never have got used to it. It's a dreadful tank by American standards. So for that reason they wouldn't have. And they did take flails later on, and the US engineers developed their own range of vehicles which just never came into action in time. They were a bit behind us on that.
On D-Day itself, the experience of the DD swimming tanks varied massively from beach to beach.
Probably the most spectacular failure were the swimming tanks, the DD tanks, in the early part of the operation. In the sectors where they were successful, they did very well indeed. The tanks swam ashore or drove ashore if they felt it was too rough to swim, and did what they were supposed to do in the main.